my god. Okay, this one's been coming for about a week. Okay? Alright, seriously. A few weeks ago, maybe it was a week ago, I don't remember. There was this whole debacle on Twitter, Twitch, a little bit of Facebook, and in most gaming spheres about gatekeeping. Gatekeeping. Okay. I didn't really think anything of it, and then I looked into it. And you have gamers who are in favor of gatekeeping, and then you have a bunch of leftists and gamers that are not in favor of it because reasons. And my whole thing is, no. It's just, oh my god. If you aren't a gamer, and you would know if you're a gamer, you would not be in favor of this. And if you are a gamer, and you're not in favor of this, and you have just been sitting on your ass and not gatekeeping like you're supposed to, this one was coming, dude. I called this years ago. Years ago. I swear to God, I don't know if the video's still up on my channel or what the deal is, but I called this years ago. And the perfect example of it was, let me see if I can, no, I can't turn it around, but the perfect example of it happened today with the 6-month subscription and Silverian Dreamer mount in World of Warcraft. This is the kind of shit that happens when we don't gatekeep. Why do we gatekeep? Well, it doesn't make sense. Wouldn't you want more people to game with? Yes, I want more people to game with. But when we real gamers don't handpick by making the recommendation of what to do, then this is what happens. This is the almost grand finale of what happens when we just lower the gates and let all say they're gamers. Like, I remember when I was a kid, you didn't get into an MMO by going to the store and picking it up, like EverQuest, you didn't get into it by that. No, you got into it, you saw it, and you talked to people, and you gauged the interest, and you found out, this is what I want to play. There was no, oh, you go pick it up. It's such a simple game. You can pick it up and play it, and you don't need to know anything about it. You don't need to know other players. You don't need to, none of that. Nowadays, we've got this situation exactly happening. Anybody can get into the game, and the game companies see you, the non-gamers, as a dollar sign. That's literally all you are. You're a dollar sign. They're putting shit like this, a pretty mount, in the game, or in this case, 1, 2, 3, 4 mounts in a year in the game to appease people like you, or your Candy Crush players, mobile phone players. No, I'm sorry, unless you're playing like Pokemon Go because you're actually dedicating yourself to something, or not really a lot of MMOs or any of that. But still, you're not real gamers. I'm sorry, but if you swipe Candy Crush or Flappy Bird or any of them stupid ass games, then no, you're not a gamer. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about your luck, but that's just how it is. You're not a gamer. And this is why we need to gatekeep. It started not so much in vanilla. Vanilla was the perfect example, but then you get to BC, things were a little watered down. Wrath, things were a lot watered down compared to the vanilla experience that I had, and most of us had, the real gamers. But it was still a gamer thing. You had to dedicate yourself to it and to be the best. And now it got way worse in Cataclysm. They made it so you could level up or mount up at level 30 and so on. This is what happens. We need to start gatekeeping. We need to start gatekeeping on Twitch, because that's how these ethos, or whatever the correct vernacular is for these women who come up on Twitch and they're like, "Hi boys, I'm just here to play video games," and she's got a box on the screen that's that fucking big of the game, and then this is just, "Oh yeah, baby, yes, look at my titties, but I'm not here for the titties." Bullshit. Go back to Chatterbait. Seriously, this isn't Chatterbait like, this is Twitch. You need to go. Goodbye. And other gamers on the platform, you need to gatekeep. If enough of you stand up and say, "Get the fuck out," go in her chat. Hundreds of you, go in her chat. Tell your fans, go in her chat. Don't be mean. Don't be mean. I'm not advocating you threatening her, calling her an e-thought, or any of that. Just be like, this isn't a real game. Why is your game video so small? Why is your cam video bigger than your thing? Seriously. If she's in anything other than just chatting or creative or sings, which those are a whole nother video in and of themselves, but if she's in anything other than that, go right in the damn chat. Why is your game so small? If she sits there, and I can't do it because I'm too fat and old for that one, but if she sits there like the ones that they get like this, and they puff their tits out, and they put their leg up, my leg's up, and you got the shorts on, and you can almost see a camel toe and all that shit, call the bitch out. It's time for us to take our shit back. There was nothing wrong with the way we had things. Advertisers were making millions off of us. The esports scene was thriving because of us, because we actually gave a fuck about it. Now it's, we don't give a shit, because it's all this PC bullshit. We can't call the people who don't deserve to be there and say, "Hey, you don't fucking deserve to be there," and all this other shit. This has got to stop. Real gamers, keep the gates up. It's time to fucking summon the archers to the wall and put them on the wall and stand on that wall and defend the wall. Gatekeep that bitch. Start the Night Watch or whatever, some Game of Thrones quip. I don't know what the fuck I'm thinking right now. But seriously, this has got to stop. The World of Warcraft has been around 15 years this year. 15, 16, something like that. If we keep letting this go, it's going to get worse. We keep letting this go, games like Neverwinter are going to get even worse. I don't know how the fuck you get much worse than being able to pay for a max level character with all the boons unlocked and buy astral diamonds on the exchange and take that to buy the best gear and the best mounts and so on and so forth. But maybe it'll get worse. This is what we need to do. We only have a few more bastions of peace, and not all of them are doing very well right now. We've got Final Fantasy in terms of MMOs, we've got World of Warcraft, and we've got Elder Scrolls. Everything else can be bought, because these tourists keep coming in and ruining our environment, ruining our fun. It was fine when you and me, we would go to the game store and hang out and be like, "Hey man, I played World of Warcraft and we did this and so on, and we worked really hard at it for 9 hours and we finally got it." And you gauge the interest of the person who's talking to you and see if they're worthy of the time, and you invite them in and they become another good player. It was on us to build the community. It wasn't on the developers to say, "Oh, well, we hear how you don't want to level up to 40 to get your mount and be able to move fast, because that would make you have to learn the lore of the game and learn the mechanics of special zones and special abilities and special items that would make the game more interesting." No, they just hand it to you now. In everything, they hand it to you. time to stand up. It's time to stand at the gate. Seriously, fellow gamers, stand up, stand at the gate. Let's do this. Let's stop the bullshit before our worlds are ruined. Game on, friends.